everybody. And I want to thank you all who's been subscribing to my channel. All right, I thank you for all the lovely comments. You all know who I am. If you don't, my name is Ori Spadel. They call me the Accidental Gangster, from insurance salesman to Hollywood fixer. You want to learn more about me? Everything's here in this book, and I guarantee you will thoroughly enjoy it. It's a real book. In the back of my book, I have my paperwork. Okay, so you know exactly who I am, what I went through, and that you will know that I was in MDC, Brooklyn, where Diddy is. Now, folks, a lot of you ask me, because Diddy, he's a billionaire, let's face it. This guy did some remarkable things in his life. Let's forget about all these things that he's accused of here, okay? But the guy built a good music empire, clothing, a lot of things to become a billionaire. But something in his mind is not right. And with all his freaky stuff he did, he brought himself right down. And now he finds himself locked up in special housing at MDC in Brooklyn, New York. Now, you've been asking me, a lot of your comments, can he buy himself out of this? I'm going to tell you that yes, the answer is yes. There's a possible way. Whether it's going to work with Diddy or not would depend on if there is somebody higher that they would want. Now, let's say that is the case. We don't know that yet. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of names have been thrown out there. I don't know if they're true, untrue, or what. Okay, we're not going to know that for a while, okay? But right now, he's at the top of the heap, and U.S. Attorney's getting a lot more witnesses coming. There's going to be superseding indictments, and it's not going to be nice for him, okay? But let me tell you about a situation, okay? When I was locked up at MDC, now I told you about, the bus trips from MDC to the courthouse. Well, I was there was 13 or 14 of us on my indictment. And when we would go to court, we all stay together on the bus. Now, the prison bus is divided. Okay, there's a few seats, and then they got a gate there. Okay, and those seats, they put, I don't know, some special inmates, maybe rats, or some special inmates they got. And then they put us guys who are in general population. And then there would be a cage in the back that they would put one person, all right, who was in special housing and had to be separated. One day, getting on the bus, we were all me and my co-defendants, and I saw this guy with his face all scarred up get on the bus, and I knew he was somebody right away. And he looked at us, and he knew who we were immediately. And he went like this, sending his love to us and respect. That guy, if you look him up, you could look him, he's known as Lollipop the drug dealer. His real name is Juan Carlos Ramirez Abadadia from Colombia, okay, with the Cali cartel. They got him while he was having his face redone at a place in Brazil. That's where they picked him up and transferred him back here to the United States, to Brooklyn. And his attorney was Gerald Shargel. Now, Gerald has passed away, but Gerald Shargel was one of the biggest and best criminal defense attorneys there were. And if you wanted him to represent you, it cost you $1 million. That's what I heard. $1 million to walk in this guy's office. But anyways, I seen Shargel with him all the time in the visiting room, okay? And I knew this guy had $2 billion, this Juan Carlos Ramirez had $2 billion. Needless to say, by the time I left and I got transferred out of MDC and brought to Lombard, he had offered them $500 million. What did he do? He had two of his guys in Colombia put cocaine on a ship. He gave $2 million to each family. All right? And then he ratted on those guys that put the cocaine on his ship. It was all set up. But now that qualified him for the witness protection program. And like I told you, by the time I left Brooklyn, he was at $500 million. He had $2 billion. He ended up, I guarantee, he probably gave most of it. They allowed him to keep a few $1 million. And he's probably living in a home in Miami under a different name. When this guy got sentenced, he disappeared right off the Bureau of Prison system. Completely. Gerald Shargal never admitted that he represented the guy. This guy disappeared. When did he reappear? He reappeared at the trial of El Chapo Guzman. Yes. So did he do something like that? Maybe. It's possible if he's got somebody higher. I don't think there is anybody higher. Thank you, folks.